Well, one of my favorite parts of this book was lots of things, but how distinctly Southern it was. I know that I texted you when I finished it, first of all, to tell you how much I loved it, how much it touched me. And I said, that's how you do it. Yeah. Because from the church picnic to the pimento cheese to the sweet tea, but it was way beyond cliche. It was the way they talked to each other, the things that mattered to them. So I want to know how much you relied on your own upbringing to do that, how much of it was on purpose, and how much was it just who you are?
This is such a good question. I do remember you were like the lemon squares at church.
The lemon squares, like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so funny because those are things that I truly do not think about. Like, I never sit down and think, oh, I want to make this Southern or it needs to sound Southern. It's just how I grew up. And so when I'm writing, these certain things, I'm not thinking that they're Southern. In fact, when my first book came out, well, my first book had like this real Southern dialect to it. So I kind of knew it was going to be like Southern. But when my second book came out, it really didn't. And I remember everyone being like, Southern fiction. And I was like, what? This isn't really Southern fiction. And then like looking back now, I'm like, well, of course it is, because that's just what I know. And so it's kind of how I write, and I just infuse those things into the story, and I don't even really think about them. So it is funny though to think now about how so many of those things are kind of Southern cliches, but they're cliches because they're true.
Right.